Are you ready? This is gonna be crazy.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright. Yo boys, what is going on? It's your boy Haydosa back with another video, and today I'm doing an awesome hero deck profile with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Ghio. So go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Well, hello guys. It's me, Ghio, the best hero player here around in Puerto Rico. We're going up and ready, up and going to the YCS Pasadena, going and wrecking it everyone with heroes. So I'm gonna show you real quick the best hero deck that I'm playing so far. Been playing this deck around 2019 up and going so until right now, and this is like literally the best way that I have come with playing the hero deck.
I'm excited to see it, man. So let's go. Let's get straight into it.
Okay, so starting with the basic elemental heroes, we play the one solid soldier, liquid soldier, the 3 stratas, 2 shadowless, and 1 Onyx Neos. So the basic, I just want to explain real quick because most of the people don't like playing this guy at 3. They're like, oh, but why you want to play you just want to play one because Vion is your main starter. Vion is gonna do the full combo. Yes, that is true. But there is one thing: consistency is the key to winning up everything. Like this deck, I have one tech card that I think every hero deck should play, and this is one of the best ways. Because normally, when you normal summon Stratus and you do the search effect, no one else is gonna waste the Ash Blossom, the Epic Veiler, because they want to do on what? On the Ferris, they want to do it on the Increase, they want to do it on the Vion, because those are the keys. So basically, I just want to start to fade out and using with the tech cards to destroy my opponent's board. And so basically, and the solid soldier, we still play it because sometimes against certain matchups, it's no longer I do not want to go full combo. Sometimes this is everything you need to win.
Yep.
So that's why we still play the solid soldier. Then for the Destiny hero lineup, we play the 1 plasma, 1 denier, and 2 Mali. That's all you need. If Mali was at 3, you played it, but if not, then we just play this. 100%. Then after that, Vision hero package. We play 3 Ferris, 1 Increase, 2 Vion. At this moment, I'm going to change this. I'm going to change the Increase back to 2. I really like it because, yeah, sometimes there's a break to draw it, but I prefer to draw this. And I know that I can search Ferris, jump the Increase, and still have full combo instead of drawing this and knowing that this automatically is lost. I can't do nothing with this. And the 2 Vions, I do not like to play 3 Vions because I don't want to normal summon this and start the deck. I do not play the Anaconda package. I'm just gonna do normal hero stuff, and that's why I don't like to draw this. I do not like to start with this unless that's the only thing that I have.
That's really interesting, and I think I'm always drawing into... I run 1 Increase myself, and I've been thinking of upping it to 2. I always draw into the 1 Increase, and it's like, okay, now Ferris is dead. What do I do?
Exactly. Most of the time, the funny thing is, most of the time when I play 2 Increase, this is one of the decided cards. So I just take 1 out, and I keep playing, and I never draw that. But when this guy is at 1, the deck knows, and I just see it on the hand more often.
100%.
It's really funny.
It is.
And up to the fusion spells, we have the 3 Mass Change. We have the one and only 1 card combo Fusion Destiny that everyone is using. Then the 1-ofs, the Poly, the Miracle Fusion, the Rhoda, the E-Call, and the Hero Lives. We have all this. Consistency is the key, and then for they use the Ash for the Hero Lives, then you have to call by. I really like the power of 1-ofs. It's so underestimated. When you open it, is really really sick. And then here are for the tech cards. This is the card that I think every hero deck should play instead of I'm not personally a fan of Bane and Adjusted Gold, and it's basically for this. Because I like to play Super Poly. And when you're playing the Adjusted Goal or Bane, you're cutting yourself space in the main deck, you're cutting yourself space in the extra deck, and you can just replace those cards by something else. and mostly you can break any board with this. Like Super Poly is such an underestimated card, and with heroes you basically can play one of each element, so you can break every board that is on existence right now. And then we play like the 3 forbidden droplets because we also need something else unless the Super Poly. So we play 3 and 3 to break some opponent boards. Helps going first, helps going second. Like this is the main deck, the main reason of the deck, and most likely the reason that you should play heroes is that you want to go second. Because yeah, heroes going first is really powerful because it can summon the boss monster, it can summon Darklaw, it can summon Plasma, the Fusion Enforcer. But there's a lot of things that this card loses, and that is board wipes. For example, Evenly Matched, Darkhole, Raigeki, Interrupted, Kaiju Slumbers. Those cards like absolutely wreck the deck. That's why I personally like to go second, and I want to play as many go second cards so I can break my opponent's board and just do the OTK. And for that reason, going more on breaking boards, I do not like spell and trap cards. So I'm playing the 2 Cosmic Cyclone because I got sick of losing to a Girl Order and the Lightning Storms for each and every other deck. And then, last but not least, to say we play hand traps. We play 1 Effect Baylor that is going to be cut off by the second increase, and then the 3 Ash Blossoms that we play. Most generic hand trap works well against everything. And that is basically for the main deck. We play 44 cards. Then on the extra deck, we play the Destiny Hero, the one and only. Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, the new card, so broken. We'll still play the Dystopia because the burn damage on this card is really nice, and at the same time, if you don't open with anything else and you just summon Sunrise, you can do the combo that you can summon this guy, and you set the mask change, do the effect pop, and then you use mask change and turn it into Darklaw. Instead, if you have the Phoenix Enforcer, you can't do that because you have to destroy something, and you're not going to destroy the same Darklaw. So that's the reason. Then we play the boss monster, the daddy, the 2 Darklaws. Like, this is the heart and soul of the deck. We play the 1 Acid, then for the licks, 1 of the Red Decimator, Wonder Driver, and 2 Cross Crusaders. I think this is standard for everyone right now.
Yeah, yep.
I used to play 1 at one moment because I was doing some things. Like I wanted to experiment. Honestly, like we need the Cross Crusader at 2. There is no doubt about it. A Wonder Driver comes in so handy when you don't draw the Fusion Destiny. You just do this and do the Phoenix Enforcer on the hard way by setting Poly and using it again. And then we got Drazimator. And sometimes like this card comes so in glitch when you're going on brand games. Like your opponent has wasted all the resources. They don't have anything like monster removal. You summon with this guy with 3,700 attack, and they can't beat over it. It works really well to do an OTK. Then for the 1-outs, the like basic Sunrise part of the combo, and then Super Poly targets, we got the Shining, we got the Great Tornado. I didn't used to play this until Flungaries came out. Then they summoned the Barrier Statue, and I'm like, I have to play something against that deck. We have the Absolute Zero Broken card. It's the only generic one for some reason. It's the only one. And then the other 2 Super Poly targets is 1 Starving Venom and 1 of the Madragon. And this card right here comes so in clutch. When you're playing against PK, most of the time, like you're thinking about how am I gonna get over this. Like they have so many interruptions, and sometimes like the best thing is since you have you're on your turn, you have turn priority. You can just on draw phase, you can use the Super Poly before they even attempt to use the Phoenix Enforcer to lock you out with the Artifact Lancia. You can do the Super Poly, get rid of the Phoenix Enforcer or the Breaks or the Rusty. You summon just Starving, or you summon this. And if you summon this, you can also shut down all your opponent's spell and trap cards. So at the same time, you're breaking the main board essentially, and at the same time, all their flock blades, you're breaking them too, because they just say dark, they can target dark, and you know what? Valiant is a dark, Tharus is a dark, and that's basically all you need to do full combo. And that's basically for the main deck and extra deck, and then for the side deck, we have a generics. We got 2 Nips, we got 3 Drone Lockbirds, and the 1 Failure, because we want to play 2. We got the 2 Lancias, 1 Red Reboot, the 2 Twin Twisters, the 2 Shallots, which came really clutch, and then those 2 cards is basically whatever you want. In my case, I'm testing in and out. This has been Infinite Impermanence, right now is Dimensional Barrier, but I never used these 2 spaces for some reason. Basically, all the good cards are right in here. So you can basically change this to whatever you will like. And yeah, that would be my deck profile. And with this deck, once again, I have been going with this deck up in 2019 forward. And I really think this is the way that it should be played, like going second. Because you don't want to do, like, if you go first, you summon the Darkla, but at the same time, I see so many players, like, just shotgun the Darkla so they can just lose to an infinite impermanence, and that is not the way. Like, this deck you have to think about, because we don't have Omni Negates. We don't have, like, Unga Bunga, like, Flame there can be only one. We don't have that. We have to actually think about when to summon the Darkla, what to pop with the Phoenix Enforcer is a little bit of thinking, and most way, if you don't want to think, then just do the OTK. Go second, blind go second every time, unless you're playing against a really hard deck that you must go first. But yeah, I think this is the way that everyone should play the heroes.
Yo, so that was really interesting, and I think you've really thought the deck through, and I think some of your choices, like Super Poly, you know, like, I feel like that's underutilized a lot, and there's a lot of debate in the hero community whether that is worth running, because I also think it is so crazy, it's broken, you know, and you can discard your Malicious Offer, your Shadow Mist, you know, use that for cost, activate the effect, and just removing big boss monsters, like you were saying, like the Wind Barrier, you know, is just insane.
Exactly. Like, you're not committing you're not wasting your battle phase, you're just doing your everything in your main phase so you can still commit to your full combo. And basically that's what you want to do, because most of the time, like, if you find a play where you can break your opponent's board but not fully destroy him, like go for the OTK, then you're not actually winning. You have to think it out some more, because you don't want your opponent have a, like, remember, Heroes is like a surprise deck. Hey, I'm playing Heroes. Guess what? Game over. I'm gonna go for the OTK right now. I'm not gonna give you any time to think about it. You're just gonna go for 10,000 damage, and let's go to game 2. And on game 2, if I start, I can summon the Darkla. If I go second, then guess what? I have Lightning Storm, we have Droplets, we have Super Poly, we have Twin Twister. We have so many cards. Like, that's what we were gonna do. Because if we just let your opponent go one turn, they can do everything, and they can summon Zeus. Like, going into grind game and getting summon a Zeus for 4 materials is really sucky. Like, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
So
no,
that's
you're
why,
right.
like, exactly. That's why I'm thinking, like, this is the way, like, you just want to go for it as much as possible. And most of the time, like, Super Poly comes so in clutch, because you know how many times I just summoned 4 monsters and my opponent's, like, looking at the board, and they're like, so you got more or less, like, 5,000 damage, and they're like, okay, sure, go to battle phase, I don't care. And then you go to battle phase, you use the Super Poly on the same battle phase, and you go for exact game. You know the look on their faces when they're like, wait, what just happened? That is the reason that I play Heroes. Because I think that there's nothing more funny than just seeing your opponent say, I just got wrecked by a deck that doesn't summon any negates. It just hits you.
Yeah, no, it is, and I think heroes, the biggest weakness is the board wipes, and the kaijus and just everything that takes away our big monsters. So you're right. Like, I think, going blind second just for that push, that OTK is really essential, because I think what you're seeing a lot, and from your experience too, is if they do, get that next turn, a lot of decks can make that big board that just heroes can't really outgrind or push over.
Exactly. That's why, like, you just want to get over it. And one of the reasons, like, everyone should be playing this card. Like, this card, the Phoenix Enforcer, is such a popular card right now. So everyone wants to use it, and there's like nothing else funnier than just seeing your opponent summon this, and they're like, "Hey, I'm just gonna keep popping," and you're like, "Huh, super poly." Guess what? I have one less monster to worry about because I'm still going to do my full combo. I'm still going to summon Sunrise, add the Miracle Fusion, and at the same time breaking your board because you have a hero monster on the field. And the look on their faces are like, and that's why I play also the Stratus at 3, because we want to play something that is an elemental hero and it's a different attribute. So we can summon for example, if they summon the Appaloosa, we have the Mud Dragon. We have the Great Tornado. We have the Shining. We have this, we have a lot. The other one, the Sunrise. Like, there's a lot of things. That's why I personally like to play Elemental Hero Stratus at 3, because this is the best Super Poly target that we have on the deck. We normal summon this, and with this, Super Poly is live. I have an extra deck full of everything, of every attribute, and it doesn't matter. Like, so many decks. If I'm playing against Sky Striker, I just summon Absolute Zero. Like, they summon most of the time they just summon Shizuku end phase, and they summon the Enforcer. You just use this, you break the board. At the end, it's a 2500 attack. If you're playing against Flunderies, you just play Great Tornado. So I'm thinking, so many pluses. You're going with just one card. And I still don't know why people played it. People who just decide to play over Vayne instead of this.
Yeah, no, I think Bane is really nice, but I think at the moment, especially with how a lot of decks are running, Bane, just that, only popping on your turn, when you have DPE now,
Exactly.
like, activating it on their turn, it's so oppressive, and the losing attack too, like,
Exactly. Like, honestly, when the card first came out, I was like so hype about it, and then I actually read the card and was like, "Huh, you know what? I'm not gonna buy it," because it was so just about to be broken. If it had that just quick effect, the card would have been broken, and at that moment, I would have said like, "Yes, everyone should play this card." But at this moment, like, not doing anything on your opponent's turn, like, you already have enough in your deck to do the OTK. Like, why more? Why go more? Like, if you have 8,000 damage on board, why do you want to do like 12,000? You already have game. It's not gonna go any further. You're just gonna play into nib.
Oh, and that's it, I think a lot of hero players at the moment, are just forgetting, like, you're making these big boards and then you're just getting nibbed. And it seems like such an obvious thing, but, I think because of the prominence of heroes are starting to rise up, people are starting to look out, okay, nib is such a big card, because it hits like almost every meta deck at the moment, I feel, in some capacity. And, you've got your Drolls too, which are being, I think, side decked a lot, because of how many decks are running, search, but I think you're on the money. I think the hero strategy right now needs to be, let's OTK, let's get rid of them, let's not overextend, let's just push for it and get them out of here. Like, let's not mess about.
Exactly. I'm glad you see that way also. I'm telling you, like, I've been playing this deck a long time, and I have been using every tech known. And I used to play the Adustic Gold. I used to play the Cross-Out Designators. And basically, I'm telling you, like, there's no funny way than just drawing Super Volley, using Droplet, and you're like, it doesn't matter, because I got sick and tired. The reason I don't play any fake hand traps on the main deck is I got sick and tired of using Ash Blossom, Epic Veiler, Drone, and Lockbird, and my opponent keeps doing combo. So I'm like, you know what? Like, hand traps on this format, they don't do as much, because I see here that many hand traps they can still play on, so I'm just dedicating to breaking your board and just committing to the full OTK, and that's it.
You know, you're right, because that 1-for-1 trading, I think with Ash especially, is just not worth it. You know, I mean, it's definitely, I think Imperm, you know, the Effect Veiler, you know, is definitely sort of the better hand trap, you know, sort of with the Droll too, but the 1-for-1 trading with Ash, I think Ash has seen better metas, because Ash, okay, it's like Invoker, right? You Ash the Alistar, and then, oh, never mind. You know, they've got follow-up searches, and now I'm stuffed.
If you're playing against an Invoke player, just hope for the best. Like, it doesn't matter. They always have either Meltdown, Alistair, Invo, or it has a Pot of Prosperity. And you're like, there's no way. Those are just 4 cards that they always going to see. So they're going to summon Megabot regardless.
And that's it, you know, I think Heroes, just like you're saying, you know, and we're hammering on it, like, just OTK, blind second, and just go for broke. Because Heroes don't have those interruptions, they don't have those negates. And, you know, like, I think Heroes are great, but it's a glass cannon, and you just got to go for it, you know? But, I think we've covered just about everything, and I want to say thank you for coming on the channel and, you know, showing off your deck and, being so, like, open and kind by doing that. And, you know, like, do you have any shout outs, you know, anything you want to say?
Yeah, the shout outs, first I want to start to doing shout outs for my team, the team extenders that we have here in Puerto Rico. Shout out to some of my friends like Jorge. He hooked me up with a Hero Lives, and I was just looking for this thing because I really like Spanish cards. And as you can see, this is the Spanish Hero Lives. So if you see, by any chance, if you see also any Spanish card of Heroes, just let me know, hit me up. Because most likely I'm going to buy it.
Awesome.
Okay, then don't worry. Then shout out also to the locals here at the Tower Games. If you're ever here in Puerto Rico, go visit Tower Games. Is one of the best locals that we have here in Puerto Rico. And yeah, and shout out to every one of my homies, Carlos, Jesus, Isaac, Orda, everyone on the team.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, but thank you so much for coming on the channel, you know, like, I appreciate it again. You're a legend, you're a man, you're a myth, you're a legend, and you're about to, you know, hopefully top, you know, and win YCS Pasadena, you know, you're doing so well with the Heroes.
We're definitely going. We're getting so hyped up. We already have the tickets and all, and we're going to that because I really want to go for that first place. Like last time, I went to the Extravaganza. I got second place, and on the Extravaganza, there was the win a prize, the prize cards. I got top 8. So basically, I'm just going all in on this tournament. I'm going to try to go max rarity also, since we're just missing a couple cards. But yeah, let's hope for the best, and hopefully you will see me on the future as best hero player, first place, YCS Pasadena.
I'm hoping to see it, man. So hopefully we see you back on the channel when you smash everybody, you know, at this event. But thank you so much again, and I'll let you go. And this has been awesome. This has been Haydosa, and I'll catch you boys in the next video. Peace.
Peace.